Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Xillia. In the last episode, we defeated 5 of the 6 Devil's Beasts monsters that were roaming around Rize, Maxia, and Olympius, and we got a few of the Devil's Arms weapons, which we found out that they weren't as awesome as was foretold, but there is a reason for that, and we'll find out the true potential much later. In between this episode and the last episode, I have upgraded my shops to pretty much almost near the max level, and I've gotten the highest, the strongest accessory you can put on your characters that buff your stats, and that's the Persian boots. And I got a bunch of other stuff. That's pretty much my equipment for what it's going to be for till the end game. So that's pretty much the last time I'm going in there. But in today's episode, we're going into the optional dungeon, the Tatalian Abyss. The Tatalian Abyss is pretty bad. I'm gonna tell you this. This is like the worst dungeon in the game for monster difficulty. Well, besides, you know, something else. But anyways, we're here with more lizard slicer guys, as well as earth dragons from the looks of it. Actually, I think these are more darkness-based dragons because they kind of look like decayed zombies. I always like the design of these dragons, so it's really neat to have these. These guys are really strong. I wouldn't suggest coming into the Tatalian Abyss until you're about levels mid-60s. And we're about almost mid-60s. We're upper 60s at this point.
The beauty link. Beauty? Oh, this is so embarrassing.
You're more like the beast. Just remember that one. But yeah, these monsters are really high level. I would suggest you be properly prepared before you come in here. This dungeon can be really, really tough. But it holds 3 items that we need. One is in contrast to one quest that we're currently on right now. If you guys remember a long time ago, there was a quest that we started that's called the Pretty and Pink quest. And we did like most of it, and then they asked us to find a pink emerald. This is the area where you find pink emeralds, and this is the only area in the game that has it. So you're going to be doing that quest in pretty much, you started pretty much early in the game, and you don't finish it until late game. But those enemies that we did, there were more another beak enemy, so just keep that in mind. They're pretty much the same as all before. But here is a magical ore. You'll find pink emeralds by just, you know, looking around and finding materials like you normally do. Another item that we're here looking for is the last 2 Ifreeze treasures in the game. Yes, we are going to be completing all the Ifreeze treasures in this episode. The last 2 Ifreeze treasures in the whole entire game reside in here. And one of them holds the last item we need to complete another side quest. Ugh. What is it? What's wrong? I came to investigate reports of ground collapsing. But then poisonous gas started leaking out from the fissure. Get out of here while you still can. Mila. Oh no. This is Miasma. Miasma? It's a cursed substance that was sealed underground when this world took form. Prolonged exposure will kill anyone. Humans, spirits, plants, animals. It seems to be welling up quickly. I doubt that merely covering the hole would survive it under so much pressure, when it's under so much pressure. Why, hey, run for your lives! Sylph. Whoa! A wall of wind! How do you intend to stop the miasma, Mila? If the 4 protect us with the spirit art, we should be able to survive within the miasma. Then we can go in and seal the leak at its source. Go inside that? Are you serious? I'm always serious. Now look, Meal. Come on, Alvin. Your hometown is in danger. You've got a point there, little lady. So, we just got another sub-event just now. And it's here in the Tatalian Abyss. It's called the Gathering Miasma. We have to go find the source of the miasma gas that's flowing through the Tatalian Abyss right now. And like I said before, this sub dungeon, optional dungeon area, is kind of really difficult.
Woohoo! That's gotta be some sort of free fall world record, right?
But yeah, yeah, that was a free fall world record. You can jump off of that, and that's pretty neat. This is the item we need. This is a pink emerald. We need one of these to complete the Pretty in Pink quest. So keep in mind that you can only find them here. So that's why I'm like keeping it on the screen for a little bit. It's like, yeah, I found the item that we need. But anyways, let's go step on this thing. As soon as the windstone shattered, a ring of light appeared on the ground. What's going on? It appears there are 2 seals placed in this cave. They seem to have been arranged so that the wind seal is disabled, the earth seal is activated. An excellent conjecture, Rowan. The 4 are telling me you were right. These seals were placed here by the spirits of an older era in order to keep the miasma at bay. Originally, there were 4 seals, one for each earth, water, wind, and fire. But the fire and water seals have broken, which allowed the miasma to seep out. Who'd be crazy enough to break those seals? No one. It was simply a matter of time. Those seals were placed here aeons ago. Probably long before Olympias and Rize Maxia were separated. Seriously? But everything within this cave seems so new. Perhaps the combination of the 4 seals was able to effectively halt the flow of time within this cave. Correct. That is the only way to stop the miasma. So in order to get the miasma source, we have to disable the wind and earth seals. The wind seal was merely hidden. The earth seal could be a problem. We don't have much time, so I suggest we use the power of gravity to destroy it. In other words, leap from the seal to crush it? Sure, what could go wrong with that? Alvin! I know. If I can't suggest a better plan, I should shut the hell up. Sounds like we've got some climbing to do. So, this kind of gives us a little gimmick of this dungeon. You need to jump from a high edge right above the earth seal and then land on it, like so. Like I just jumped off that ledge just there. And it breaks the seal that opens the gate to go further on into the dungeon. So that's pretty much that. But pretty much what we need to do is we need to go and, you know, find these seals, break the wind seal, like so. There's the wind seal right in front of us. And then we need to go find the earth seal around the corner on the floor, and then find a ledge that's nearby, and then jump from the great ledge and just, you know, break the earth seal. That makes us advance further. But pretty much, the last 2 items that we need are the 2 ivory treasures in here. And one of them holds an item that we need for, well, for another quest. And I'll go into more detail when we find it. And the miasma is kind of getting a little bit stronger. Good thing we have the power of Sylph, don't... we have the power of Sylph, we'd be dead. We'd be dead. We'd be toxified, and we'd be suffocating and all this other crap. I can't imagine the kind of toxic gas that we're kind of going. How are these monsters still alive? That's what I want to know. If it's gonna kill all, you know, life, why are these monsters still roaming around? Like, I'm running around in miasma. I don't have the protection of Sylph. You know, it's just, that's the one thing I've always wondered. It's like, why are these guys able to? I don't know. But in this dungeon, I will say this right now. This is probably your best grinding spot for right now. If you are low on levels, I would be going ahead and do that. And this is our first iFreeze treasure. Inside is another accessory called a superhero belt. So you get to put another superhero belt on there. So that's our first of the 2 last iFreeze treasures in here. But yeah, it's just like, that's one thing I was wondering is like, all the miasma is going around, and yet these monsters are still running around. It's like, I'm running around in poison, toxic gas, that could kill all of bionic life.
You're so slow, Leia. Climb faster. What? Am I holding up the guy who can...
Am I holding up the guy who can float? But inside here is the hair of the sacred beast. A lot of the items in here, I'm gonna tell you, are really good material items that you should be using for this. Now, if I jump from here, I think we can find the earth seal, and there we go. That was completely by luck, too. You just had to find a bunch of high ledges, and then when you jump on the earth seal, it'll break the seal and allow us to go even further. I kind of feel bad that we're breaking these seals, because this is the only thing that's keeping the miasma at bay, but you know what, it's all good. Everything should work out in the end, right? But yeah, it's just really silly. A lot of the items in this dungeon, though, are really good, so you kind of want to go and grab all the treasure chests if you can. And a lot of these are good material items that you could use to upgrade your shop. A lot of the stuff like the hair of the sacred beast, the pink emerald itself was worth like 1,000 points. And right here, 1370 of ancient coral, that's really good items, and you should be going and picking those things up. I don't know why I jumped off that. I want to go down this hallway right here. But yeah, like, this is pretty much going to be a good grinding spot for that. I actually come back later after this episode's done, after I do all the side quests that was down here, and I actually do all this stuff and I go kind of grind for a little bit. Now, another thing you can find in here, you can find a lot of stuff in here too. Another thing you can find in here is a Gold Bakura. Gold Bakuras are the strongest, you know, rare enemies in the game, and you can find them in here only. I don't find one here at the beginning of this in this run of the dungeon, but I do find one later, and I will show a clip of that. I did find one, and I wanted to show a clip of that. But Gold Bakuras run around here too, so you kind of want to do that if you're kind of trying to fill out your bestiary. But let's go on to the depths of the Tatalian Abyss. I've always liked the name of this place. It's a Tatalian Abyss. It's a very scary place, and it is. But this enemy right here is a Boro Goblin. I think all these enemies are earth-based, if I do recall. But, you know, a lot of these enemies are really strong, too. Especially these goblins. These goblins can actually hurt you really bad, if I recall. They do petrification. But, yeah, they do petrification. You don't want to keep them around as long as you can, because I told you how much I hate petrification.
Time for a victory pose.
Petrification is just the worst. But let's go on and keep going down into the depths here. And I got some more money. I do use this, like I said before. We have a couple of the black jet feathers, the jet black feathers. I'm sorry. But we do not have enough to finish the side quest. So what I did after this episode was done is I went back here and I grinded, and I kept going in room to go and get these jet black feathers, because we need about 454 to finish the other side quest. So that's what I did. Now, this treasure chest can be quite annoying to get, because I thought you could just jump over here. No, you have to come over here and climb it. Inside's a red sage, which is a really good item. But we're going to keep going on deeper and deeper. We only have one more iFreeze treasure. This is actually kind of really surprising because, you know, we're nearing the end of our adventure. This is literally the last iFreeze treasure in the game. When you have found this one, you have found every single one of them in the game. You only need 50 to get the trophy, and you only need 50 to get the highest title related to the iFreeze treasure, but it's always good to get the rest of them. You know, I'm a completionist. I mean, that's why my playthroughs are always 100%. So, it's really good. I always try to point out that the iFreeze treasures are right here, because it's good to help people out, I always think. But there's the door that leads us to the bottom of the shaft here. But we're going to go try to find the wind seal first before we can go and do that, because that gate is locked. But that's actually the way up. We don't want to go that way. But that's pretty much it. The Tatalian Abyss, when I first came here, it scared the living crap out of me, because I came in here and I was like, oh, this is a cool, neat little place. And I walked in and I fought the first enemy and I died. And I was like, oh my gosh, this place is... Oh my gosh, this place is brutal. It's just like, oh, good lord, I probably shouldn't be here. But you should be here now. You should be fine now because you did all those side... If you did all those sub-events, you'll be gaining a lot of experience points. And you fought a lot of boss fights beforehand. That's why I always save this one for last, because this one has the hardest enemies in the game. But we found the Windstone. The miasma is getting stronger. Now you can clearly see there's purple gas. You can see it's full of, you know, obvious poison is obvious. But actually, let's go and find the Earth Seal. And it should be around here near a very high ledge. And my first instinct was, I think I know where it's at. It's right here. And sure enough, yes it was, because I found a high ledge earlier. And that's where the treasure chest was, but now we're going to have to climb up here and go around the corner to find the... Or climb up here and then jump off from here. And it's funny because I just missed it. I was like, gosh darn it. I missed it. Let's go ahead and climb this up again. Try this again. Take two, right? And jump up here. And go past this one on the left side, on the right side. Actually, the left side. I can't get my lefts and rights today. Of course, I'm not thinking straight, so... There we go. We've destroyed this seal, and now the final gate is open to us. Ugh. Like I said before, I think we're kind of making it worse on ourselves because we're, you know, deactivating the gates that are stopping the miasma in the first place. But we'll find the source and plug it. I feel like we're gonna just rush the Olympias to its doom even faster than it already is because, you know, Olympias is slowly dying already. Miasma gets out, it'll just kill it faster, you know? But here on the third floor, this is your last floor of the Tatalian Abyss, and the last Ivory treasure is actually here, if we can find it on this floor. But yeah, we need to do the same thing that we did before. Find the wind seal first, and then unlock it, and get the earth seal to come up, and then jump on it, and then destroy it. There's the wind seal right there. I was trying to find it. Yep, there's the last Ivory treasure, right here. And inside it, if we go ahead and take a look at this one, is a mysterious jewel. This is the last mysterious jewel in the entire game. So we have gotten all 23 mysterious jewels that we need for that side quest that I keep mentioning that we need these for. So we're ready to take that side quest on. But that's the important thing about it. Now we have gotten every mysterious jewel. We've gotten every Ivory treasure. We've done a lot. We're pretty much finishing up all the side quests that we have left to do in this game. But anyways, let's go ahead and go find this Earth Seal. We're going to talk about those side quests in another episode because, well, this episode is just pretty much that. This is pretty much the episode of us finishing the collectathons. Because there's a lot of collectathons that we had to do with the Ivory treasure and mysterious jewels and whatnot. But alright, let's go and find the door, and let's go and get out of here. Or go deeper, I should say. We're not getting out of here just yet. And inside is a black pearl. Let's go climb this thing right here, and you get like a mine shaft right here. There's a treasure chest. Inside is a blue Sephiroth. This gives you double gold from the end of battle. So it's always a good thing to have these things if you're kind of low on cash, but I'm not really in any rush for money right now. One thing I should mention is, if you do manage to accumulate like 1,000,000 gold, you will get a mini skit. When I say that is one of the characters will talk on screen, and he'll say, "We have 1,000,000 gold? Don't panic, guys. Don't panic. We should just, you know, invest this stuff." I always like that little skit. It's kind of funny. But I think that's pretty much all the stuff that we need to do here on Tatalian. We've gotten everything, but minus a couple treasure chests and bags here. That one has 2,400 gold. It's always good to find a bag that has money in it. And inside this treasure chest is another jet black feather, so we're getting a lot of jet black feathers. Like I said before, I didn't really finish all the ones I did, so later in after the episode was done, I went ahead and just grinded for a little bit for these jet black feathers. Let's go ahead and climb this. And there's the earth seal right there. I realized I wasn't supposed to climb this ledge here. We're supposed to climb this ledge. And now let's climb. Climb. Climb, get to the very top. And then jump from here. And that will unlock the final gate that lead us to the very depths of the Tatalian. I don't believe there was any treasure chest on top of there. I might have been wrong. I think I was wrong, because I did find a couple of treasure chests I missed in here. But it's not a big deal. Treasure chests are nothing. They may hold some things, but yeah. There's only a couple of important treasure chests, and those are the ones that have the quest items in it, like mysterious jewels and whatnot. I was trying to get away from these enemies so I could crawl in this hole, because I think if I remember correctly, there was nothing in that hole, if I remember correctly. I know it kind of seems like there should be something, because when I went back in here, after I did this episode, I went inside that hole, and there was literally a spring, like a mini spring right there, that had nothing in it. It didn't have a treasure chest, it didn't have a bag of loot or anything. But let's go into the depths. And they give you a save point. I'm going to suggest you use it. And inside this treasure chest is an Omega Elixir. You're going to need this. Unless, you know, you're my level. My level, I'm kind of a little bit overpowered a little bit right now compared for this boss. But there is a boss coming up. And they kind of give you a save point so you don't have to, you know, restart and everything. So I'm going ahead and leveling up my characters right now based on the levels I earned from this dungeon. And we're going to be going down, and I'm going to make sure I'm healed. So I'm healing all my characters right now. And we're going into the depths of the Tatalian.
Everyone, watch your step.
Yeah, the miasma is kind of clouding your vision a little bit. But inside, there's a gigantic dragon right there. Let me grab this real quick. But there's a gigantic dragon right there. Let's go ahead and confront this thing. This seems to be the source of the miasma. Well, hey! We've got company! And it's the scary kind! What's it doing down here? Isn't that one of those... Save the questions for later. Our wall of wind won't last very much longer.
Watch out, everyone. It looks way tougher than the others.
Of course it is. You wouldn't find it around here otherwise.
Nothing ever seems to faze her.
She's not the only one.
You're quite calm and composed yourself, Alvin.
We are fighting Dranzort. Dranzort is the last Devil's Beast. He's level 60. He is a gigantic Earth-based dragon. He's strong against Earth and weak against wind. This guy is tough, and there's a reason why they put him and the other one from Olympius as sub-events, because these guys are probably going to be the toughest of the bunch to fight. These guys, Dranzort is really strong. He will tail swipe you, and he does a lot of damage. And not only that, he has a bunch of Earth-based attacks that will devastate you if you're not too careful. But he's easy to knock down, as you guys can see. He's a big, gigantic enemy. These enemies kind of get a little easy to knock down when they're huge. Do like one little thing, it'll knock them down. Don't use Earth-based like I'm using. You want to use wind. And I don't really have any good wind attacks unless I'm playing as, you know, Mila or Rowan or something like that. Use wind lance and stuff like that. But Leia, using her special ability, will automatically change my weapon to wind if I need to. Using Final Gale helps a lot too. But as you can see, this guy is really... He's not as bad as, like, let's say the one on top of Heliborg Fortress, but he's a pain in the rear end anyways. But he's easy to stun lock, and that's one thing that makes this boss fight a little bit easier compared to the one on Heliborg. But he will dig on the ground, and he will come up and attack you that way. But it's easy to kind of use your chain linked arts like so, and then follow up into a mystic art like I'm doing. But Dranzort shouldn't give you too much trouble if you save him for last. I've always saved him for last because his dungeon's really hard. But he's not that bad if you're my level. If you try taking him on if you get down here before you're like level 60, I have to congratulate you, and two, you shouldn't be having trouble with this boss. He's mean, but he's mean if you're low level. But you shouldn't be here anyways if you're low level anyways. But let's go ahead and just beat the crap out of him. He's almost dead. So let's go ahead and use that. Using Sylph helps too.
Behold our power.
If you're playing as Mila, you can just keep spamming Sylph and it actually really helps. But upon doing that, we get Dranduo, the Howling Beast. This is a sword for Mila, and that was our last Devil's Beast. So we have defeated every Devil's Beast in the game. Good. The 4 will now seal away the miasma. Go! It worked! The miasma's fading! It does seem we succeeded, and not a moment too soon. Jude, are you okay? Did you breathe some of it in? No, I'm fine. I was just wondering why that monster was here. That was a Devil's Beast, wasn't it? I believe so. One of the monsters that was designed to get stronger after every time it fights. We're lucky we met it when it was miasma sick. If it had been at full strength, yikes! It must have been traveling underground and accidentally burrowed its way here. A stroke of luck it was, to be certain. You may be right, but I can't help but wonder. What if the monster came here to die? Of its own volition? Huh? Why would it do that? Well, it was designed to do nothing but fight, right? Maybe it got tired of fighting and thought that the miasma could help it die. A noble end for a noble beast. It's almost poetic. So we defeated it. So its wish came true? I suppose we'll never know what it was thinking. But the idea of being created with unwanted purpose, desperately battling with its own destiny, doesn't seem too far-fetched to me.
That was the last of them. We've eradicated all of the extant Devil's Beasts.
Indeed, the last remnants of the Battle of Fezabel. After 20 years, I'm glad we were finally able to put them to rest.
And since we got the Devil's Arms, it was a win-win! We got a twofer!
They sure weren't easy to find, though. I guess the devils were in the details.
Jude, seriously?
Alvin? What's wrong?
It's probably nothing, but don't these weapons seem a bit strange to you?
In what way?
I don't know quite how to put it, but they feel like they're not as impressive as they should be.
Now that you mention it...
These are weapons not forged by men, but born from beasts. They may have special properties.
Maybe the old man who told us about the Devil's Beast knows something.
That's true. We can head back to Sapstrath Sea Haven to see him.
Perhaps he can tell us more about these Devil's Arms.
But once you defeat all of the Devil's Beasts, that skip will automatically play. And I'll kind of tell you where you should be going next. Now that we have gotten all 6 Devil's Beast weapons, we need to go back to Sapstrath Sea Haven. But I'm not going there right now. We're going back to Sherrilton right now. The reason why is because we have a pink emerald. And we're going to go ahead and finish this side quest. So if we come over here and talk to these twins right here, we should be able to do so. Let's go ahead and talk to these ladies.
Oh my gosh! It's a pink emerald! I can't believe you actually got one! We did as you said.
Are you gonna show us the cute pink thing now or not?
What's your name? Elise. Well, you beat us fair and square, Pro Pinkus Elise.
Super fair and square!
Thank you. Come with us. We'll show you the cute pink thing. So this is it. It's so cute. I've never seen anything so pink and cute before.
I can't believe how pink it is! Super pink, right?
Here, Elise, this is for you. Congrats on becoming a Pro Pinkist. Thank you.
You did it!
That was a well-earned victory.
Thank you for all the help. I'm sorry I got you involved in this.
Don't worry about it. But I am curious what the cute pink thing was.
I can't tell you.
It's a secret shared only among Pro Pinkists.
It is? When you put it like that, it makes me super curious.
You're starting to sound like them.
But we still won't tell you.
I think becoming a pinkist has been good for you.
Such a happy ending to that. But we've defeated... Well, we haven't defeated. We have completed the Pretty in Pink side quest. And the item we got was the Princess Premiere. This is probably Elise's best weapon in the entire game. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's better than the best thing that she could get in the shop. This thing is awesome. I like this staff. So I'm going to go ahead and equip it to her. But we're going to go back to Sapstrap Sea Haven and talk to that old man about these Devil's Beasts. So if you remember early in the Let's Play, let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Man on the Barrels again now that we've defeated all 6 of these beasts. You there. Would you hear my story? If it's about the Devil's Beast, you already told us. I did now. Then at least let me repeat my warning. If you come across one, do not attempt to fight it. I don't think we'll be coming across any, as we've already beaten all 6 of them. You what? That's impossible. But it's true. See for yourself. We've brought all their weapons. It is true. I can't believe it. I never thought this day would come. At long last, my soul is free. Free from the clutches of he who has bound my soul to the lives of the Devil's Beasts. You feeling okay, old man? Oh, brave warriors who have defeated the cursed Devil's Beast, hear me out. You must use the golden key to open the door to challenge he who awaits. Once you do, you too will know the secret that lies within the realm of man. The true power held by the Devil's arms. He who awaits. The door to his world, Magnus Zero, lies in the place where his body has perished. Where I, Trill, drew my last breath 20 years ago. The dark heart of the Fezabel. He's gone. Trill. That was the guy who created the Devil's Beasts. This may sound strange, seeing how we've fought Maxwell himself and traveled to Olympias and back, but... is this truly happening? I believe so. If Maxwell and Olympias turned out to be real, why not this? So, we're supposed to bring this golden key to the center of the Fezabel Marsh, huh? I'm still not sure what he's talking about with he who awaits and the true power of the Devil's arms. It's the same as everything else we faced so far. If we don't go, we'll never find out. If we do go, we'll have our answers. And with that, we've completed the Devil's Beasts side quest. We've defeated all 6 of them, and we've got the Devil's Arms. Like they said in the story before, it didn't seem like they were that impressive. Well, there is a reason why. It's because we haven't unlocked the true potential of these things. But we need to get the golden key and go to the Fezabel. We won't be getting the golden key until after we've beaten the game. But with that, here is a Gold Bakura. I want to go ahead and show this. The Gold Bakura is only in the Tatalian Abyss, and you'll see him. He kind of spawns the same rate as all the other Bakuras in the game, so you kind of have to use your same, you know, ability of using the Dark Bottle and everything. Gold Bakuras are probably the strongest rare enemies in the game. So we're going to go ahead and fight one.
No fear.
But if we look at the Gold Bakura, he's resistant to everything, like all the other Bakuras. He's level 80. He is level 80. Let that sink in for a little bit. We haven't seen anything this strong. This is ridiculous. But just because he has such a freaking high level, don't be intimidated by this thing. This thing won't kill you very bad, just like all the other Bakuras. His only stick is has a lot of defenses, and he's resistant to everything. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the Bakuras. I don't see a Bakura ever killing somebody. It does a lot of damage, but honestly, it's only one thing. And honestly, it's not really that bad. But yeah, Gold Bakuras are worth a lot of experience points. So if you're grinding, find these things out, kill these things immediately, because these things are worth a lot of experience points. Well, it makes sense because they are level 80, and, you know, they're worth a lot of experience points. But that's pretty much all I wanted to show you was these Gold Bakuras. And they're only here in the Tatalian Abyss. So you can't find... Actually, no. I was wrong. I'm actually absolutely wrong about this. Gold Bakuras can be found in the last world. In the last area, the Temporal Crossroads, which we unlocked. You can find Gold Bakuras there. There's not that many chances to find them there. That's why I say it's a lot easier to find him here in the Tatalian Abyss. I'm sorry, that was complete misinformation. I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead and finish this guy off. He's almost dead. Splash beam. He's not dead yet. Just keep attacking him. I don't know why Leia's changing my element. There's no point to it.
Okay.
And there we go. We've defeated the Gold Bakura. And we got a lot of experience for it. It may not have been, you know, stellar, but hey, what can you do, right? Anyways, guys, in the next episode of Let's Play Tales of Xillia, now that we've gotten all the Devil's Arms and all this other stuff, we are going to be completing the last of the collectible side quest, the Jet Black Feather side quest, and the Mysterious Jewel side quest. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, everybody.